Good morning, dear friends. Coimbatore Cotton Association welcomes the cotton fraternity. Hence, today, we take this opportunity to emphasize on the same and suggest a few practical solutions to improve and establish standard, healthy, and long-lasting practices. As in every business, all of us face a lot of practical difficulties in our day-to-day trade, and we always panic in arriving at reasonable solutions for problems such as mills relying heavily on certain area or state for procurement of their raw material, panic in situation of flood, famine, low crop, non-availability of quality, etc. Stocks are low. My seller is out of stock. I need my quality and quantity. From whom do I buy? Where do I buy? How do I buy? Similarly, for sellers too, dependence on only a few buyers at all times during the year is difficult, and hence they need a wide array of good, reliable buyers to ensure continuous supplies. Stock is piling up as season is advancing. Farmers are pressurizing for payments. My regular buyer is not buying today. Now, where do I sell? How do I sell? Whom do I sell to? Finally, is my money safe? So, what's the solution? It is when the role of broker comes into effect and acts as a shock absorber for both the parties involved and helps in easing their problems for mutual benefit. First of all, I would like to express my feeling to determine who we are. We are a very important link between the buyers and sellers, as in most businesses. So as to say, a one-stop solution to enable smooth execution of a deal. We play as a catalyst to benefit both the buyer and seller in ways such as provide up-to-date market information, provide reports and inputs regarding crop quality, yield, feasibility, and market trends through our exhaustive network from all procuring centers, domestically and internationally. Understand and execute the requirements of our buyers with regards to good quality, follow-up of timely dispatch and payment schedules. Impress upon buyers and sellers to honor the contract in totality as per the agreed terms, irrespective of market fluctuations. Facilitate settlement of issues, if any, speedily and amicably. Give an unbiased opinion based on the available data and help in arriving at a decision. As it is well known, a healthy and well-intended contract in any business needs to be acceptable to both buyers and sellers with absolute clarity on all vital terms of the contract, and hence we hereby suggest the parties involved to follow as under. Firstly, sellers should ensure to have dispatch weight from two weighbridges and prepare invoice based on the lower of the two weights and enclose the weighbridge slips along with the routine dispatch documents. Similarly, the buyers too should get two weighbridge weights done to arrive at correct landed weights. This would solve all petty issues relating to shortages and calling for reweightments, etc. The weighbridge weights, either at mills or at the spot, should be final and binding on both, depending on whether the sale is on FOR mill delivery terms or on X spot terms. We appeal to all sellers to maintain a common system of accounting. Herein, the invoice sent during the dispatch is to be treated as final, and shortage or allowance, if any, shall be adjusted by issuance of appropriate credit or debit notes. This would save all of us a lot of time and energy and ease the process of filing of sales returns. Consequently, it is very important to reconcile and confirm the statement of accounts between the buyers and sellers at least every quarterly basis. Please restrict sales to one mill through one agent only in your own interest and avoid any confusion. Do not register different sales firm through different brokers for the same mill. Do not change quality parameters or oversell or stock cotton and get trapped in volatile markets. Strictly maintain or fix a credit lock or risk cap on a mill or your broker according to mutual capacities. And in case of lowering markets, do not force brokers to sell beyond the capacity. Moisture should be checked by the seller before dispatch to understand and know the actual moisture content to avoid any discrepancies upon arrival at mills. Acceptable levels of moisture tolerance at different times during the progress of the season should be fixed while contracting the supply. Ensure quick dispatch or deliveries to avoid any market volatility disagreements. Select your broker based on his experience, his hold with the buyer, his ethical standards and goodwill, and treat him as your well-wisher. Kindly clear brokerage dues on every quarterly basis to encourage them to sell more of your cotton. Avoid penalizing your agent in case of any mishaps during volatile markets with regards to undue allowances or delayed remittances. Once a contract is fulfilled, kindly release the brokerage dues pertaining to it without adjusting for any other disputed supplies. Avoid overbuying beyond your capacity and then panic in turbulent market situations. The biggest issue in the trade today is the deficit of vitamin M, money and payments, which unfortunately has no replacement. We strongly appeal to our buyers to buy cotton and promise payment terms which are practically feasible, and in the event of any delay, the sellers should be compensated with interest at least at bank rates. Otherwise, there would be no sanctity in fixing the sale price for particular terms of payment and not adhering thereto for any reason whatsoever. In the event of rejection due to any circumstances, we strongly appeal to our buyers to store the rejected lot with due care and proper storage of the bales being a costly commodity, and at the same time, the seller has to take back the lot within a reasonable time. Kindly treat your sellers and brokers as your business colleagues and your advisors who help you in procuring and supplying crores worth of goods just on a phone call on trust and good faith. Do not entertain new brokers or buying networks until the old dues to the existing suppliers are cleared. In case of a quality dispute, kindly inform the broker and the sellers promptly by mail to sort out the issue at the earliest. Brokerage bills to be raised every quarter and the same to be settled before the end of the next quarter. Collect statements of accounts from buyers and sellers, reconcile them and get it confirmed from either side. Kindly understand the buyer's quality requirements and source raw materials accordingly from a reliable, quality-conscious seller, as mills are consumers and not traders to accept any kind of quality and then pass the supply with allowance. If any rejected lot is resold to a new buyer, kindly inform before entering into a contract to avoid any delicate situation. In most transactions done on mill passing basis, the names of recognized testing labs needs to be finalized and fixed while entering into a contract, so that any discrepancy in quality can be smoothly sorted out based on results of such labs only. Both buyers and sellers should appreciate that cotton, being an agricultural commodity and not a machine product, is likely to show marginal and tolerable deviations in results of different labs. To sum up, in dealing with a high value commodity like cotton with volatile markets, it would be ideal to have a reliable broker for a supporting shoulder, failing which one could be faced with a situation like eating rat poison and waiting for the rat to die. On behalf of the Coimbatore Cotton Association, we thank you all for sparing your valuable time.